we are reading in St. Luke from what in St. Matthew would be the Sermon on the Mount. It parallels the Sermon on the Mount. And so yesterday in the Gospel, we were reading the Beatitudes, only Luke's version of the Beatitudes. And you have benedictions or blessings in the first part, but you've got maledictions or curses in the second part. It is one of the ways a person would take an oath. They would say, if I'm telling the truth, may I be blessed. If I am honest, may I be blessed. If I am faithful, may I be blessed. But if I am not telling the truth, may I be cursed. If I am not being faithful, may I be cursed. If I am not honest, may I be cursed. And so that's why in yesterday's gospel you have, but woe to you, and woe to you, and woe to you. So we continue today, and Jesus tells his disciples they must love their enemies, that they must turn the other cheek, that they must lend without expecting to get back. And there is this constant refrain of, even the sinners, give without expecting to get back. Even sinners love those who love them. What good is that? And so Jesus is calling us to do more. And this keeps going up and up and up. And finally, Jesus says, be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. In Matthew, it's the last verse of chapter 5, he says, so be perfect, just as your heavenly Father is perfect. And we like to say, we try to explain that away. But that's what this is all about. That's what the Sermon on the Mount is about. It's the new 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments tended to be, you shall not, don't do this, don't do that. They did have honor your mother and father, which is put in the positive. But Jesus, when he is giving his new law, as Moses did, he tells the people to do more and to be more and to be merciful, just as your heavenly Father is merciful. God is divine. How could we ever be merciful as our heavenly Father is merciful? Or in St. Matthew, how could we ever be perfect as our heavenly Father is perfect? And this is the point. The law that was given to Moses was the law of the covenant. And in that covenant, Israel became God's people. They entered into a blood bond with God. And what Jesus is saying is, this is the new covenant. These are the rules for the new covenant. That we will be lifted up so that we can have a blood bond with God our Father. Jesus came down to share in our humanity, to lift us up, to share in his divinity. And so without that, we could never be merciful as our Father is merciful. We could never love our enemies or turn the other cheek. But because God, Jesus, came down and shared in our humanity, he lifts us up so that all these things are possible. It is now possible for us to love our enemies and to turn the other cheek. It is possible for us to be merciful, just as our Heavenly Father is merciful.